Hey there. We're here from MakingRealEstateFun.com. We're at Alta Brewing Company in Downers Grove, Illinois. I'm here with Taji, Ray, and myself, Keith. So we're just here to shoot the breeze and ask, really, Taji a couple of questions about what's happening in real estate.
I'm all ready, man. Fire away.
Really?
Really.
Like ready to go now?
Ready to go, like right now.
So my first question, and I'm always curious, because being in the lending business, everybody says, well, how do I find a real estate agent? What's good? What do we look at? You know, how do we qualify? What happens? And so when somebody, you know, when we refer you a person to go and look for a house, you know, what's the best way to do that?
Best way to refer somebody or best way to look for a house?
Look for a house.
There's a lot of ways to look for a house. I guess the most common way now is people are using the internet first. So people are doing all of their shopping on eBay and doing all their shopping on Amazon, and then while they're at it, hey, let's do some shopping on, you know, finding a home. So they're doing a lot of their first initial searching online. So by the time they get to me, they've already got a pretty good idea of, you know, what they're looking for and that kind of thing, and then I kind of help them, you know, find something that matches their budget. I find something that matches what their hot spots are as far as what they like, and go from there.
So they usually know the locations, but they don't know what's available. Like, where should they go? I mean, you have it on your website, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So you can, you know, when they come to you, they can actually say, hey, where should I look?
So by the time they get to me, a lot of times they've already looked at like Zillow or Trulia and some of these sites, and you know, they're great resources, but you know, what I try to help them understand, help a buyer understand, is that those are advertising resources. So their whole goal, those sites, are to capture somebody as a lead and ship that lead off to, you know, you as a mortgage broker or me as an agent or whoever, that section of people that are all off to the right-hand side of the screen or on the bottom of the screen. Those are the people that
they pay for ads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the good thing about that is, you know, those individuals are there and you can contact those individuals right from the site. Mm-hmm. The bad thing about those resources is, you know, Trulia and Zillow don't really necessarily care so much how accurate the information is.
I can truthfully say that.
It's just an aggregate of information. So they just want to pull in information, as much information as they can. They don't really care too much whether or not the information is 100% accurate. They just want the information out there so that hopefully that individual that's looking can reach out to one of the people that have paid for that advertising.
Yeah.
So I try to encourage people that if they want information that is just more accurate, if they just want information, hey, fine. But if they want information that's more accurate, you know, go to, you know, either my website or any website that's strictly MLS information, strictly homes that are on the market right now, ready to go. You know, you're not looking at something that, you know, sold, you know, 3, 4 months, 6 months ago, whatever the case
no
is.
kidding.
Is it easier to be a realtor now, or was it easier to be a realtor back then? And by that, I mean...
Back then when you wear sandals or what?
What I'm thinking is now, especially with all the millennials, they have all their ideas, their towns, their houses that they want.
Yeah.
So they'll come and say, Taji, I've got 5 houses that I want you to show me. Can we go here? Let me know when. And that's not how it was before.
Yeah, that's a good question. And although, you know, I'm not super old, so I don't have a whole lot to compare to. But I think it's just different, right? So back in the days, you know, from what it's always been internet for me. I've always, you know, been able to help people just using the internet to find properties. But from what I understand, it used to be that, you know, realtors had all of the information. You couldn't go anywhere else but to a realtor to get the information. Where an agent, where a realtor like myself comes into play to help out is now there's just so much information. You know, you just got all this stuff to look at. Somebody like me can help you. Okay, so let's focus. You got all this information, you got a plethora of information, but you don't need all that information. Let's take, you know, information that is only going to make sense for your situation, make sense for your circumstances, make sense from a standpoint of, hey, I've been doing this for 10 years. I know some things that you may not know to look for. I know some things that you may not know to check for, and let's, you know, help you narrow down all that information that you got.
Gotcha.
So it's just different. I wouldn't say easier or harder. It's just different. Now they have all this information. Now they come prepared with their list of questions and all that stuff, which is great. Let's take that and let's iron that down to what makes the most sense for whatever your situation is.
Gotcha.
Well, one of the things that I'm finding is that people don't know, is this a good market or bad market? So maybe you can share with us what's happening in the market now.
Yeah, good question. So right now, especially in the Chicago area and the surrounding suburbs, it's really a seller's market. So here we are, top of the year, second quarter, 2018, and it's a seller's market because there's not a lot of inventory for a buyer to choose from. And, sellers are not, putting their homes on the market. They're not rushing to put their homes on the market right now. So it's just a strange market more than anything.
Why is that?
That's a good question. So typically right about now is the time when you see more sellers putting their homes on the market as we gear up for spring and summer. Now,
Although it doesn't feel like spring.
right.
Spring is like freezing cold out there. It's going to snow again tonight.
Yeah, our winter has hung on and is hanging on. So anybody that's out there right now praying for Christmas in July, stop that right now. Okay.
In fact, you know what? I wore this because somebody's asked me today, is this like, Christmas time or something? And I
Right.
said, well, it's cold out and it seems like Christmas, so that's why I wore this outfit.
Yeah. So, there's a bunch of different factors that, keep people from putting their homes on the market. I don't know all of the.
Well, I know one of them right now is interest rates are going up, and people don't want to move and get a higher rate because they seem to not be able to find what they want.
Right.
And, so that sort of affects things too, every time the interest rates go up a little.
Yeah, so we're still seeing that, we're still seeing multiple offers. We're still seeing properties that if they're nice and they're priced right,
Yeah.
they get snatched up off the market, in the matter of weeks, sometimes days, from being put on the market. So
So you find like under 300,000, they go like that, and everything over 5 or 6 is taking a little while?
yeah, so so properties from like the 5 to 800,000 range, those tend to hang on a little bit longer. 300,000 lower, those are quick moving, and then strangely enough, properties that are 800,000, $1 million, $1.2 million, those are going fast.
That's
be nice.
amazing.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
One of the things that I was looking at is, I know a lot of people come and ask me about going to work with a realtor because, how you get paid, or should I go look for a house by myself, or for sale by owner, things like that. What's your thoughts on that?
Okay, so for sale by own, if you're a buyer, I definitely wouldn't recommend going by yourself to buy a for sale by owner property, because now you have no representation, you have nobody to help you, look out for, issues that could be in the property, both material and latent, issues. You want to know what's going on in the property, what's wrong, and you won't know that stuff a lot of times unless you're in the trades, what to look for. Also, from a legal standpoint, you won't have any representation, so you don't want to do that. You want to have somebody help you with that. 4 eyes, 6 eyes, are better than 2. So it's always, in my opinion, better to have somebody going in that's got your best interests in heart to help you, with this process, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, since you're a realtor and you were buying a property, would you ever do for sale by owner just because or would you feel comfortable getting a realtor to represent yourself?
I would, again, I still say that, 4 eyes are better than 2. So, even though I'm in the business, I would still, hire somebody out to represent my interests. It's just that, now it's like, double the
Right.
fun, because now it's like 2 people, helping with that transaction versus just me. But I would be perfectly capable of doing it myself if I wanted to.
One of the things that we were talking about before, and by the way, I just want to mention, I appreciate you guys shooting that video without me, and I'm out of the hospital and I'm fine and everything is good.
Oh yeah, how are you?
Oh, by the way,
You snooze, you lose.
I'm doing okay, man. It's like fine. I had a little heart thing going on, and everything's good. So
That sounds pretty
you know,
serious.
as you can see, I'm having another beer, so I'm all back. I'm good.
Welcome back.
Yes, glad to have you back. for
Cheers.
sure.
Hey, you know, that's a good idea. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This beer is so good. So anyway, one last question for you is, what are your best tools that you have that you can use? Because I know, like, the MLS, okay, well, a lot of people, when you're looking for a house and you're looking by yourself and you're not with an agent, they don't have all the tools and things. What are your best tools that you can use to help your customers?
So MLS is, that's definitely, something that is helpful. All agents have that or should have that. So that's definitely a tool that I can help with. I have an app that I send to my customers or my clients that, has mortgage calculator on it, a list of resources such as mortgage people that they can contact, such as yourself, attorneys that they can contact, title people that they can contact, home inspectors, just all of the list of people that are in industries or trades that would be ancillary to, them purchasing a house. It's got resources as far as, market statistics and just probably way more information than they will need, but it's all there to help if they need it for sure.
So I've seen a lot of realtors, when you're selling your house, they're doing videos of the house, they're doing aerial shots, they're doing all kinds of things. Does it really make a difference?
Yes, in today's kind of microwave society and today's, reality TV society, that's what people are looking for, so that's what they're used to seeing, and so that kind of, I don't know, makes them feel at home when they see videos like they're walking through the property or, these aerial shots and all of that stuff. That stuff definitely helps for sure.
Okay, well, that's cool.
Yeah, so.
Well, thanks for all the info.
Yeah, we appreciate it. So hopefully you get a little something out of this. We always enjoy hanging out, shooting the breeze, checking out, having a cold beer, and hopefully this information is very feasible to use. So take care. Check us out.